HOA Karen treated my backyard like a free public pool until I decided to make her last splash unforgettable. Before we dive in, comment which country you're watching from. Let's see how far this story travels. I'd moved into the place after saving every dime, proud of my little private pool. The first morning after closing, laughter woke me. I stepped outside to find a full pool party. 3 women in my loungers, music blaring, floats adrift. Leading them was Karen. Straw hat, oversized sunglasses, the posture of someone who thinks. Rules bend for her. I told them they were trespassing. She scoffed and left with a smirk. At first I shrugged it off. Then the motion alerts kept coming. Every time I left for work, Karen showed up alone or with friends, lounging like the pool belonged to her. I posted private property, no trespassing signs, changed the lock, installed wide-angle cameras. She still came. The HOA dismissed my complaints. The president was close with Karen. I realized I was on my own. Watching footage became an obsession. One detail repeated. Karen always spent 5 focused minutes slathering the same high-end sunscreen before jumping in. Patterns are my language. That routine became my clue. I called a friend who's a chemist, explained the problem, and asked about a harmless visible reaction. He offered a pool-safe additive that would dramatically discolor water in contact with that. Sunscreen without harming swimmers who hadn't used it. We ran a small test in a bucket. For a while, nothing happened. Then the water flared a shocking green around the sample. Felt vindicated. This was theater in consequence. Public, undeniable, humiliating, but not dangerous. I cleaned the pool, measured the additive precisely, and waited. It was bait. Attractive, pristine, irresistible. Now I only needed Karen to do what she always did. Assumed the pool was hers. I planned everything. The timing, the measure, the camera angles, the neighbors who often watched from windows. This wasn't about cruelty. It was about boundaries. Public shaming was the cost of teaching someone entitlement had limits, then fine. I was ready too. Reclaim my yard right now. Cleaned the pool, poured the additive, and waited with the live feed on. Around noon, the camera pinged. Karen arrived with her straw hat and sunscreen, dragging friends and an inflatable swan. They dove in like it was a resort. For a few minutes, everything seemed normal. Laughter and splashes. Then the green spread. Karen was the first to notice. Her face changed from smug to shocked as green blotches crawled across her arms and shoulders. Her friends checked themselves and panicked. Towels were grabbed, phones were held up, and chaos erupted. Karen charged out, shrieking, accusing me of poisoning her. She filmed herself ranting and posted the clip live, certain the neighborhood would rally. Instead, the clip went viral for the wrong reasons. It was short, humiliating, and easy to remix. Within hours, people had made memes. Teenagers mocked her like a cartoon. Neighbors came to the fence, phones out, some sympathetic, most amused. I walked outside with my phone and recorded her tirade too. The cameras had captured every trespass, every reckless swim, and the exact sequence leading up to the outbreak. When the police arrived, I handed over the security footage, the additive, test footage, and timestamps. Officers reviewed everything on the spot. Karen insisted I had assaulted her. Her voice was loud, emotional, theatrical, but documentation is brittle to myth. The footage showed repeated unauthorized entries and her deliberate use of a particular sunscreen minute before entry, exactly what our additive reacted with. Officers explained the chemical was non-toxic and commercially approved, but would discolor skin on contact with that sunscreen. Her threats morphed into legal blather, but with her social standing dented and her own trespass recorded, the HOA sidestepped. The police suggested civil remedies if she wanted damages. She was left to rant on neighborhood feeds while my cameras kept recording. And for once, the neighborhood watched a bully get a taste of her own theatrics, and the pool felt peaceful. The fallout was immediate. Karen's viral meltdown translated into real-world consequences. At the next HOA meeting, the clubhouse filled with neighbors still buzzing about the footage. I attended with a binder of time-stamped clip and clear requests. Revoke emergency key privileges, register authorized access, and create a transparent complaint process. I kept my tone calm. Facts beat theatrics. I projected the clips, repeated unauthorized pool entries, Karen lounging in my loungers, her friends hosting parties on my patio. The room shifted. People who had once accepted petty fines or awkward inspections suddenly saw the enforcer as an abuser. Board members who had smiled at Karen's behavior looked uncomfortable. Reforms passed quickly. The HOA revoked blanket key access, implemented a registry, and pledged faster response to trespass reports. They also accepted Karen's forced resignation. For a group that thrived on appearances, the spectacle was humiliating but necessary. My goal wasn't vengeance. It was structural change, so no one else would be vulnerable. Karen attempted legal retaliation, threatening a lawsuit and online takedown demands. Her attorney fired off letters. My lawyer compiled the evidence. The local prosecutor reviewed the files and declined charges against me. The additive was safe, and my documentation was thorough. Karen's civil case failed to gain traction against clear video and neighborhood testimony. Eventually, she and her husband sold their modest home and left quietly. Life regained its ordinary rhythms. I painted over the green stains on my deck and replaced towels, then planned a small barbecue to thank neighbors who supported reform. If you want more HOA showdowns like this, hit like and subscribe. There's more where this came.